What's up, a Cinema Shogun here, and I don't know about you all, but there has been only one person who I have been desperately wanting to hear from since this whole Rings of Power debacle started. And that is, of course, no other than Whoopi Goldberg. I know a lot of you all feel the same. You're sitting at home, you're eating second breakfast, drinking Choco milk out of a Burger King Gandalf light-up goblet, just sitting there wishing you could hear from the one and only Whoopi Goldberg, the only person whose opinion really matters when it comes to Tolkien. Now, of course, I'm just kidding. No one gives a flying fuck what Whoopi Goldberg thinks about anything. However, apparently, she thinks her opinion is really needed in this matter. In fact, she came out on The View, you know, that show that no one watches other than like 60-year-old MILFs who are desperate for pleasure. I like MILFs. Y'all like MILFs. Some of you all watching this video are MILFs. And if that's the case, hey. But anyway, on The View, Whoopi Goldberg had this to say about the Rings of Power. I want to start by saying these are not real, okay? The new Lord of the Rings series, The Rings of Power, is a massive hit, but it doesn't exist in the real world. You know what also doesn't exist in the real world? The Rings of Power being a massive hit. When you start your statement out by lying, then everything you have to say after that doesn't have the same effect as it would if you start out your statement with some truth. So when you start out by just, it's a massive, where is it a massive hit? Whoopi Goldberg, you don't know anything about literally anything. But let's go forward. But they don't exist in the real world, okay? There are no dragons. There are no hobbits, you know. You know that. You see, she had literally nothing to say. So what she did is she filled the blank air with a whole bunch of nothing. You know hobbits aren't real. You know that, right? You know dragons aren't real. You don't have to preach to us like you're our mother. We understand that hobbits and dragons aren't real. You know what else isn't real? The Predator. Yet you've been trying to steal his look for the last couple of decades. Goldberg then added, are you telling me black people can't be fake people too? I didn't know. I don't know if there's a Hobbit club. I don't know if they're going to protest. But people, what is wrong with y'all? No, Whoopi. What is wrong with you? Why do you think you have some type of moral authority to govern over a fandom that you know nothing about? No one is trying to stop people of color from being in the Lord of the Rings because they don't like people of color. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with staying true to the source material. But even to take it one step further, even though there was a lot of talk surrounding the fact that they race swapped characters and introduced racism to this series that weren't supposed to be there according to what Tolkien wrote and left behind, for the most part, since the show has come out, no one's focused on that anymore. Everyone is focused on the fact that the show is absolute garbage, and it's dry, and it's boring. Yet these people, they're going to continue to roll with this. They're going to drag it as much as they can because this is the only way they're going to get viewers. They're trying to get sympathy views now. Please, woe is me, all of these people are bad. Please come watch my Amazon show. I spent so much money on it and it's not getting the views I thought. That's basically what's happening here. How much money did Amazon give you, Whoopi? For you to go on this television show, on The View, in front of hundreds and, basically a couple of hundred people. No one watches The View. And to spew this nonsense. Of course, she has some other things to say. She goes on to start talking about the new Little Mermaid reboot, in which they race swap the Little Mermaid. I don't know what it is about Hollywood, but you better believe if there's a ginger character out there, they will be race swapped. They're coming after all the redheads. Redheads can no longer exist in fantasy and anything. I don't know what it is about the establishment in Hollywood, but they really do. Honestly, at this point, I believe they have some type of vendetta against gingers and redheads. I don't know why, but they hate it, and they replace all of them. There are mermaids of every ilk, and you know where there can be, because it's the world, and we would like to see better. We would like to see as many people represented in fantasy. So all of y'all who have problems because there are black hobbits, get a job. Go find yourself because you are focused on the wrong stuff. No, Whoopi, you go get a job. You go do something that's been relevant. Why in the hell is Whoopi Goldberg still famous? She's one of those people who have been ushered in by Hollywood into the new age without having any value. What value has Whoopi Goldberg added to anything within the last 20 years? Since Sister Act. She's always just that lady who you're like, man, she's kind of ugly and I don't really like her that much. But she's always there. Why is Whoopi Goldberg always there? Why is she here? I don't know. I guess she's here because she interjects herself into random drama and shares her shit takes. Therefore, her name stays alive. So as I'm filming this video and while I'm sitting here thinking about it, this was a strategic move for her. Because for the first time in my entire life, I'm making a video about Whoopi freaking Goldberg. Who would have known? Whoopi Goldberg, The Lord of the Rings, J.R.R. Tolkien, worlds are colliding here. At the very least, the Rings of Power did one thing. It made me have to think about Whoopi Goldberg for a moment. Because I damn sure ain't thinking about nothing that happened in the episodes. Because they're all boring and I forgot about them already. But how do you all feel about what Whoopi said? Do you give a damn? Let me know down in the comments below. But while you're down there, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all in the next bloody video.